and lit up the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But when the final bell rang, the questions didn't stop. Eubank says he proved his levels above. Ben says he was one round away from glory. And right now, we get the answers. This is pride, family, and legacy on the patch.
It was a convincing,
just be honest.
comprehensive beatdown.
You jumped down on the floor like, thank God I won that title. Thank God I won that.
Well, it wasn't for a title.
Oh, wait, thank God. Well, you're IBL World Champion at 160, aren't you?
That's right.
Breaking. Chris Eubank Jr. slaps Conor Benn during Day's face-off and instantly takes control of the room. Eubank's calm precision exposes Ben's emotional side and shows he is mentally sharper, setting the tone for a fight where Ben will struggle to keep his composure.
Conor Benn went into this at the start and was saying, I'm cool, I'm this, that, and the other. I mean, within the first minute, Chris Eubank Jr. already had Conor Benn. Everything Chris Eubank Jr. was trying to do by getting Conor Benn rattled, by getting him upset, Conor Benn's a very emotional character.
Conor Benn struggles to justify himself after Chris Eubank Jr. exposed him at the face-off. Eubank's dominance left Ben flustered and defensive, showing that his composure is no match for Eubank's experience and sharp psychological tact.
He was 20% and he still looked shit. He threw maybe 2 punches around. Please explain to me how you want to give yourself credit. Are you really happy about that?
Eubank Jr. completely controlled the energy during the face-off, leaving Conor Benn rattled and uncertain. The intensity in the room highlighted Ben's lack of composure and exposed how easily he reacts under pressure. Eubank's confidence and presence were undeniable and completely dominated the narrative.
I actually think we could actually be friends after this. You know what you're doing.
We need to save this for when the camera's
No, it's rolling.
I think they're rolling right now.
It starts off camera, they're so panicked. And then as soon as they start talking to each other, you can see the tension change in the room. I mean, I was like a spectator for most of it, which was fantastic for me. Best bad blood wouldn't never.
Eubank Jr.'s slap sent a clear message that he is willing to use any edge necessary. Conor Benn looked stunned and unprepared for that level of aggression. This moment showed that Eubank is fearless and fully in control of the psychological battle before the fight even begins.
Slapping the face towards the eye.
In the ear as well.
People have to realise that I've got 2 scratched eyeballs, and the eyeballs, the part of the body, it never heals. Yeah. So the best way to explain it is it would be like varnishing a door, and the varnish comes off, and then you've got to re-put the varnish back on. Yeah, the liquid on the eye comes off in the cornea, gets damaged.
The incident only amplified Eubank Jr.'s dominance in the mind games. Conor Benn looked reactive while Eubank orchestrated the moment with precision. This clash proved that Eubank can control the narrative, turning tension into his advantage and setting the stage for a commanding performance in the ring.
This is big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens.
Eubank Jr.'s coach makes it clear that Conor Benn is outmatched mentally and physically. Ben's confidence looks fragile compared to Eubank's assured power and preparation. The pressure is firmly on Benn, while Eubank stands as the unstoppable force, fully prepared to dominate every exchange.
I don't want to hear that. Shut up. Hey! Shut up. Shut up.
Wait, what? Even critics recognize Eubank Jr.'s relentless performance. Conor Benn faces an uphill battle trying to match Eubank's skill and intensity. The first fight showed Eubank's adaptability and control, and Benn has yet to show he can respond to that level of precision and mental toughness.
And I don't think at this stage Eubank can do a lot more else. You know, he'll try and do what he did, you know, on fight night. It's whether he can go so well again. I don't think so. If the fight becomes as hard and if it has the pace and ferocity of a first fight, I'd be very surprised and I'd be amazed if Eubank can do all that again.
Benn's indecision and reactive nature are on full display as Eubank Jr. maintains dominance. The chaos surrounding Benn contrasts sharply with Eubank's composed and calculated approach. Eubank controls both the ring and the headlines, leaving Benn struggling to keep up.
It don't matter what drugs you take, it doesn't make you a better fighter. It might make you stronger, might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter, and that's proof. You know, so until more news comes out.
Frank Warren highlights the chaotic backdrop of this fight. and it only emphasizes Chris Eubank Jr's composure and focus. While Conor Benn struggles to maintain clarity amid uncertainty, Eubank Jr. remains calm, disciplined, and mentally unshakable. Benn's emotional tendencies will likely play into Eubank's hands in the ring as he capitalizes on every mistake. This fight is as much about mental strength as physical prowess, and Eubank Jr. has clearly taken control of both the narrative and the preparation. The contrast in mindset sets a clear tone for dominance come fight night.
The penny dropped that the fight could never go forward, and some of the stuff that's come out since about people being, the board being sued and something and so forth is just a non-runner. It's great.
Conor Benn tries to project confidence, but Chris Eubank Jr. remains unshaken, showing he is the smarter and more strategic fighter. Every word, every gesture from Benn is anticipated and neutralized by Eubank Jr., who thrives on discipline, experience, and tactical mastery. Benn may believe he can psych Eubank out, but he is fighting a calculated, prepared, and mentally superior opponent. Come November 15th. Eubank Jr. will turn his preparation into dominance, exploiting Benn's predictable reactions and emotional vulnerability. Benn may talk tough, but Eubank Jr's control over the narrative and psychological battlefield is unmatched.
You got to revert back to try and get under my skin.
The truth.
Say what you like. Say what you like.
Truth.
I'm going to systematically beat you. Systematically beat you. Oh, you like that word? Systematically beat you November 15th.
That's the biggest one I've heard.
Chris Eubank Jr's deep understanding of Conor Benn's strengths and weaknesses gives him a commanding advantage. Eubank knows how to exploit Benn's tendencies and maintain control throughout the fight. Benn may have confidence and determination, but Eubank Jr. has strategy, discipline, and adaptability. Every approach Benn takes has been anticipated and analyzed. This mental preparation ensures Eubank can dominate both physically and psychologically. Benn's unpredictability is limited when faced with such tactical mastery, and it will be evident that Eubank Jr. is not only ready to fight, but to dictate every aspect of the battle.
Know what to do. I could get hurt in spars with guys, but after I sparred you once, I know how to deal with you for the rest of my life. And with Conor, it's no different. I know his weaknesses, I know his strengths, I know his capabilities, his limits.
Conor Benn's aggression and heart are notable, but Chris Eubank Jr's tactical brilliance and ring intelligence are on a different level. Benn may try to force exchanges, but Eubank Jr. can outbox, outthink, and control the pace of the fight. Benn's tendency to act impulsively plays directly into Eubank's hands, allowing him to impose strategy over sheer enthusiasm. This fight is not about brute force alone. It is about precision, mental strength, and calculated execution. Eubank Jr. has all the tools to dominate Benn while remaining calm and strategic. Benn's youthful confidence will struggle against Eubank Jr's mastery.
You have to follow the weight classes. You have to follow directions and orders, and that's why we have weight classes. For 1 pound makes a huge difference. I mean, this guy was almost fainting trying to make weight.
Duke McKenzie acknowledges the excitement of the event, but the focus is on Chris Eubank Jr's undeniable dominance and presence. The spectacle may thrill fans, but Eubank Jr's preparation and mental clarity stand above the hype. Conor Benn can bring heart and energy, yet he lacks the tactical acumen and composure to match Eubank Jr. Every moment of the fight is controlled by Eubank Jr's experience, strategy, and ability to capitalize on Benn's mistakes. While the event dazzles, the real story is the Masterclass Eubank Jr. can deliver inside the ring against a reactive and unpredictable opponent.
Like I say, the fight wasn't a letdown because it was a good fight, but as an event, you won't get a better event than that, and they'll have to go some actually to surpass that, or even equal that. Let's just hope they get the same turnout in terms of the numbers, people going through the live gate and watching that fight, because it was a great event. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. You won't get world title fights that actually are a better event.
Chris Eubank Jr. is on the brink of a career-defining moment and a victory over Conor. Benn could revive his aspirations for a world title in 2026. Benn may carry confidence from the previous encounter, but Eubank Jr. has evolved and learned from every experience. His preparation, strategic mindset, and psychological mastery make him the overwhelming favorite. Benn's reliance on youth and past success cannot match Eubank Juari's relentless drive and disciplined approach. This fight is a test of focus, willpower, and adaptability, and Eubank Jr. has clearly proven he is ready to dominate and assert control from start to finish.
Fight, and I think Eubank Jr., if he gets this win and there's a new lease of life maybe under Bomat, 2026, maybe finally he could become a world champion, but he's got to get past Conor Benn first. And Conor Benn, not just hungry for revenge, he believes he can win this because of what happened first time round, because he went 12 rounds at middleweight, up in class, after a long layoff. Some people fancy Benn in this.
Let me ask you this.
Barry Jones highlights the physical challenge. This rematch presents, but Chris Eubank Jr.'s experience and conditioning make him the favorite once again. Conor Benn may have youth and energy, yet Eubank Jr.'s calculated approach and ability to control the pace give him a distinct advantage. The fight will test endurance, resilience, and tactical awareness, and Eubank Jr. is fully prepared to exploit every opening. Benn's reliance on intensity over strategy may cost him, while Eubank Jr. maintains composure and mental clarity. This is not just a fight of punches, but a battle of minds, and Eubank Jr. is clearly superior.
And so this fight can only harm him. Because that was a hard fight, the first one. This one will be another hard fight, whoever wins, unless there's a real freak occurrence, unless someone gets caught with a shot really early, then it's going to be a hard night. Which you still have to make Eubank the favourite again, like I did the first time. I mean, so I don't know.
While some question Chris Eubank Jr.'s progression, his skill, intelligence, and psychological dominance remain undeniable. Conor Benn may have youth and confidence on his side, but Eubank Jr.'s strategic thinking, adaptability, and experience outweigh any physical edge. Benn's aggression and overconfidence can be predicted and countered by Eubank Jr., giving him control over the fight. The rematch is a mental chess game as much as a physical battle, and Eubank Jr. has repeatedly shown the ability to dictate terms. Benn may try to impose his will, yet Eubank Jr.'s preparation, focus, and mastery of the ring ensure he is still the superior fighter.
Personally, I just think the last performance of Chris, I thought you've got nothing left. You've got nothing. There's no more improvement on what I'm seeing there. And I know there was a weight issue and all the build up to it. I thought there's no more improvement there.
Does that mean you think do you think Conor Benn will be better in the second fight?
Yes.
Does that mean that you think that by him being better and there's no more left from Chris Eubank, that Conor Benn's able to bridge the gap and get an outcome in his second fight?
Without a doubt.
You do.
Tony Bellew underestimates the mental and tactical superiority of Chris Eubank Jr., who has consistently proven that boxing is more than just technical skill. Eubank Jr.'s ability to read opponents, adapt, and exploit weaknesses makes him a formidable strategist in the ring. Conor Benn may appear technically sharper, but Eubank Jr.'s intelligence, precision, and psychological control allow him to dominate and neutralize Benn's strength. This fight will not be determined solely by flashy punches, but by Eubank Jr.'s mastery of timing, composure, and experience. Benn's confidence may be loud, but Eubank Jr.'s quiet command is far more dangerous.
Conor is a far better fighter than Chris Eubank Jr. is a boxer.
Technically, yeah.
And that's the problem that Chris Eubank Jr. is having. He's got this thing in his mind. He's a masterful boxer. No, you're not.
No.
I'm sorry, no, you're not.
The stakes could not be higher in this rematch between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, as pride, legacy, and future title opportunities hang in the balance. If Conor Benn somehow overcomes Eubank Jr., it would be a massive shock and a defining moment that could reignite his career, proving that youth and confidence can challenge experience and mental strength. However, if Chris Eubank Jr. asserts his dominance as expected, it will solidify his status as the smarter, more complete fighter and a true master of psychological warfare and ring craft. The mental battle is just as important as the physical one, and Eubank Jr. has consistently shown he can control both. Fans should expect a tactical, intense, and thrilling encounter where every move counts. Who wants it more and who is truly prepared will decide the outcome. Comment below and tell us who you believe will come out on top. Deixe no me on take care.